Hello, welcome back to the channel, and this is a beer, oh, see the label fell off then, that I'm going to be trying from Slurpy Dave, Alaman Pubs and Jokes. Go and check out Dave, go and check out his channel. You probably already have. If you're here, you already know who Dave is. Everyone knows who Dave is in the beer community. His channel is absolutely fantastic. He goes all over. Alaman, he really, he's fantastic. His history, his knowledge on the breweries on the actual island is superb, and he also is really well knowledged on the actual beer scene throughout the UK, and even has trips abroad, and he's very knowledgeable on that as well. He's absolutely fantastic. He's a traditional beer drinker, and I've met up with him, and he's just a top bloke. He was born fairly local to me in Salford, but basically the majority of his life has been in the Isle of Man, and yeah, he's a proper decent bloke, and yeah, I just think he's absolutely sound. Anyway, Dave sent me this a while back now, and he reminded me the other day about it, and thought, oh, it's in the fridge still. And this is a Castletown beer, and it's a Castletown 200 celebratory beer, and it's celebrating from 1780 to 1980. So you can see that on there. So it's, what is this? I don't even know what sort of beer it is. Is it a pale ale? It's a 275ml bottle. I can't even see an ABV on there. Really don't know. Couldn't tell you. Don't know if Dave can comment on what it is. Lovely fact. Look at that for a top. Yes. So this is going to be interesting. Like I always try and do, I want to give a little bit of information about the brewery. So if you don't want to hear about the brewery, just fast forward it to see me tasting this. So Castletown Brewery was on Victoria Road in Castletown, Isle of Man. In the 1860s and 1870s, Messrs. Quayle and Usher were brewing at the Castle Russian Brewery in Castletown. The partnership was dissolved in November 1880, and Thomas Frederick Usher continued the business on his own. The brewery was then operated by Theodore Sherlock and Edward Tucker, trading as T.E. Sherlock & Co. After Sherlock's death, Tucker ran it on his own for a time before deciding to turn it into a company in 1890. Castletown Brewery Limited operated the brewery from the 1st of January 1891. On the 24th of June 1899, the Isle of Man Breweries Limited of Douglas was formed to acquire the Castletown Brewery, Wolf Brothers Limited and the Ramsey Brewery. Registered 1906 as a Castletown Brewery Limited after liquidation of the parent company. Acquired then by Hope and Anchor Breweries Limited in Sheffield, that's in 1946, re-registered as the above in January 1948 to acquire the Castletown Brewery and Clinch & Co Limited, Isle of Man. Merged with Oakland Sons in 1986 to form Isle of Man Breweries Limited, and 34 public houses were closed. And then I just think then Oakles must have gone in with Oakles, and I'm sure Oakles brew a Castletown Pale Ale, a nod to this brewery. So that's a bit of knowledge I've got from the internet. I'm sure Dave has got lots, well, he's got lots more info about that. He probably remembers the beers as well. So let's crack it open. So if you're back with me, we're at this point now where we're about to crack open this beer. So here we go. Let's get it open. 44-year-old beer. Is going to be any hiss? There's a slight hiss there, to be honest. And Dave said to me, he's had a couple. Some are good, some are not so good. Look at that top. I'm trying to get that off. It's proper on there, isn't it? The label keeps falling off. I'm going to put that just there. Let's just show you. See if we can show you that label a bit closer. There we go. That's the actual label. So let me nose. Oh, you know what? Just smells like a very well aged. Little bit like sherry note on there. Well aged beer, like a barley wine. Definitely some sweet caramel type notes. Anyway, let's get in the glass. Cheers, Dave. Well, it looks like Sarson's, doesn't it? It looks brown. It looks brown. That's the beer. It's got a little bit of clarity going on, you know, amber, deep amber, a little bit clarity, a little bit. It looks like an old, no, what was he looks like the Fuller's vintage ale. It's got that look about it, a vintage ale look. Aroma then, in the glass. I'm not joking, there's nothing there saying to me that's disgusting. It's just got like a sherry note, and that's oxidisation. Definitely come through that cap. But there's still a beer back note on there. Caramel. Obviously there's no hops, it's more malt than anything. Okay, here we go. 44 years in the bottle. Cheers, Dave, I think. Here we go. That's not bothering me. That's just got this nice treacle note. Caramel. You can tell it's aged. Carbonation's absolutely nothing there. But it just tastes like a vintage beer. If I'd done this blind taste, I'd think I was doing some sort of vintage old barley wine. But there's no alcohol punch either, so I don't know how strong this is at all. But there's no big alcohol punch. Yeah, can't see anything on there. I'm sure Dave will comment. But it's probably got some decent alcohol there, 5% upwards. It's not bad. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get Mrs. B to come. She's no idea about this, so I'm going to ask Mrs. B to come in off camera and just get her to taste it and see what she says. Okay, let's do it. Right, this is a beer, 44 years old. You haven't seen my reaction, right? So it's been in the bottle 44 years. There's the cap. The labels fell off. It's from Slurpee. It's an Isle of Man beer. Give it a taste and just be honest. Get the smell and then taste it and just tell me what you think. What's the first thing you can smell? You have to be a bit loud so we can hear you as well.
I don't know. It smells like something and I can't.
It smells like something.
It's like, oh, what is it?
It smells like something.
It's like a banana-y smell.
Banana, okay, I'd go with that. I'd go with banana, yeah.
Like a really, really ripe banana.
Okay, banana. I didn't say that, but now you've said it, I can see where you're coming from with that.
Toffee.
Toffee. I'm glad you said that, toffee.
Or like a spice of some sort. Right, I'm dreading this.
You need to talk up a little bit, we can't hear you. Go on. Go for it. He's just about tasting it now.
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be.
It isn't. What do you taste? What's it taste? What's coming through?
Like a toffee, like a caramel.
Yeah. The malts.
But no banana comes from that.
No banana in taste. Not so. I get where you're coming from with that. There's like a note of that sort of banana-y skin peel. But what about taste? Are you getting any sort of? I'm getting like treacle.
Yeah, it's like a toffee.
What was you expecting?
Not much.
Yeah, and that's not bad, is it? I feel like I think Dave said it's like a lottery. Some are good and some aren't, and I think I've ended up with a good one. So there you go, that's a Castletown 44-year-old beer. It's held up for 44 years. That's drinkable easily. I don't know the ABV. What do you say ABV wise?
I wouldn't say it was high.
I'm going around about 5.
4, 5.
Even 4, lowest 4?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going 5, sort of around that area. And with the age as well. There's no alcohol taste
That's what I mean,
whatsoever.
that's why I think.
So there you go, that's a 44-year-old beer tasted on the channel. I don't think I've tasted a beer that old on the channel. I know I've got another one, a Thomas Hardy one, I need to do. I'm not too sure if that is as old as that, might be a little bit younger, but it's not far off it. So there you go, cheers Dave. Luckily I got a decent one, because Mrs. B as well didn't pull a face and she just drank it and she said toffee, caramel. So yeah, it's not bad. So, nice little experiment. Cheers, and I'll see you on another one.